Well, hello everybody, it's H-Boy again, and today what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be continuing. So for those who don't remember, last time we went on a water park, and then we went on a lazy river, we did a bunch of slides, we applied sunscreen, and now we're continuing it. Reach the end of the lazy river.
As you arrive at the end of the lazy river, the current slowly comes to a halt, and the tube gently bumps against the pool's edge. Rachel looks a bit disappointed that the ride has ended, but still happy from the fun experience. Aw, looks like our lazy river adventure is done. That was so relaxing and enjoyable.
The wave pool.
Rachel's disappointment quickly gives way to excitement at the prospect of the wave pool. She looks at you enthusiastically. You're right, the wave pool sounds like a blast. Let's go over there and catch some waves.
We both grab a tube and start riding the waves.
As you both hop on the tubes and enter the wave pool, the rhythmic swells of water lap against your bodies, sending gentle currents back and forth. Rachel giggles, enjoying the sensation of being rocked by the waves. This is so much fun! I feel like I'm riding the ocean itself.
Let's see what they say.
The waves continue to lift and drop the tubes, playfully batting them back and forth. Rachel holds on tightly, trying to keep herself balanced and upright while riding the waves. Wow, the waves are really strong in this pool. It's like they have a mind of their own.
Float in this. Let's just hope she doesn't fall off.
Rachel nods, grateful for the reminder and holding on tighter to the sides of the tube. I'll be extra careful not to fall off. But you're right, it's a good thing we have these tubes. I can feel the force of the waves, and it would be tough to stay afloat without any support.
And grab you.
Rachel smiles, touched by your concern and reassured by your promise. That's really sweet of you. Knowing you're here and would dive in to help me if I fall in makes me feel a lot better. But I'll do my best not to fall off this tube anyway.
Let's see what she says after.
As the two of you continue to ride the waves, the water around you seems to get more turbulent. You get pushed back and forth by the strong swells, both of you holding on desperately to your tubes.
I want to see where she goes.
Rachel laughs with excitement despite the growing intensity of the waves. Wow, these waves are really picking up. It's like they're trying to knock us right off these tubes. Rachel nods, bracing herself for the big wave you mentioned. She tightens her grip on the tube, determined to ride it out. As a massive wave approaches, she locks eyes with you, her expression signaling her readiness. Rachel nods again, her heart racing in anticipation of the impending wave. She positions herself as best as she can on the tube, readying herself for the ride of her life. The wave gains momentum and size as it approaches, a huge wall of water about to envelop you both.
The wave pushes us back to shore.
The wave hits with a tremendous force, propelling you both backwards towards the shallow end of the wave pool. Rachel lets out a squeal of excitement, gripping the tube tightly as you both ride the wave to shore. Rachel agrees, still catching her breath from the adrenaline-pumping wave ride. That was incredible. It really felt like we were surfing. The wave just carried us effortlessly all the way to the shore. I can't wait to do it again.
Both grab our tubes and go to the end of the wave.
With an eager smile, you both head to the deep end of the wave pool, tubes in hand. The anticipation builds as you position yourselves, ready to take on the bigger waves in this part of the pool.
A big one.
Rachel and you both get settled on your tubes, waiting in anticipation for the big wave to hit. The moments of suspense feel like an eternity until finally a massive wave begins to form, growing larger and more powerful by the second.
Here it comes. Hold on tight.
Rachel grips the sides of her tube tightly, her knuckles going white with anticipation. She takes a deep breath, bracing herself for the impact of the wave. The wave approaches, a mighty wall of water towering above you both.
Wave pushes us.
The wave hits, propelling you both backwards towards the shore like a powerful force of nature. Rachel lets out a loud scream of excitement and exhilaration, her face a mix of fear and euphoria as the wave lifts and carries the two of you to the shallow end of the pool.
That was awesome.
Rachel is practically buzzing with excitement, her heart racing and adrenaline pumping. She nods enthusiastically, her eyes shining with joy. That was absolutely awesome. I've never felt something so powerful and fun at the same time. I want to do it again.
Okay, let's do it again. Grab your tube.
With excitement still fueling her, Rachel grabs her tube firmly and looks at you, ready for another round. I'm ready whenever you are. You both make your way back to the deep end of the wave pool and start to wait for the next big wave to arrive. Rachel can barely hold in her anticipation, bouncing on the balls of her feet and looking out at the expanse of water, expecting the next wave to tower above them any second.
A gigantic wave.
Rachel spots the enormous wave approaching and her eyes widen in a mix of surprise and excitement. Whoa, look at that wave! It's colossal. This is going to be intense.
So it was that big.
The wave hits with enormous force, pushing you both and every other person in the pool backwards towards the shore. Rachel lets out a gasp, feeling the powerful current of the wave moving her and everyone else around. The sheer size and power of the wave leaves you both in awe and with adrenaline coursing through your veins.
However, I thought it would knock us into the pool.
Rachel catches her breath, still reeling from the intensity of the wave. Yeah, that wave was massive. For a moment there, I thought we were going to be knocked right out of this pool. Rachel nods in agreement, still trying to process what just happened. I have no idea how they make such powerful waves. It's like they're conjuring up small tsunamis in here. It's both amazing and kind of scary at the same time.
Yeah, the splash pad. Because it was like a splash pad.
Rachel takes a moment to think, her heart still racing from the wave ride. But then she grins, the thought of the splash pad sounding like a whole new adventure. Sure, let's go check out the splash pad. Sounds like a change of pace from the waves and a lot of fun. You and Rachel excitedly make your way to the splash pad, the anticipation of playing in the water growing with each step. The splash pad comes into view, a colorful and inviting space filled with spraying water features and interactive elements.
To a water blast range. Let's see if I can start another battle.
Rachel lets out a surprised yelp as you suddenly blast her with the water gun. She jumps back, laughing and sputtering, her hair and swimsuit already beginning to get soaked. Hey, no fair, you little sneak, she jokes, a playful scowl on her face.
These things are here. Right?
Rachel grins, realizing you have a point. You're right, I guess these water guns are here for a reason. But beware, I am getting you back for that surprise attack. Rachel smirks, her competitive nature taking over. Oh yeah, you better watch your back. I am not going down without a splash.
Then bring it on, Missy.
Rachel's eyes light up with determination as she challenges you with a cheeky grin. Oh, it's on! You asked for it, and now you've got it.
Till you get me, you will be nothing but Rachel Wet Smith.
Rachel laughs wholeheartedly at your pun, appreciating the clever comeback. But despite the humor, her competitive spirit is still ignited. Oh, challenge accepted! I may be a little wet right now, but you're about to be a whole lot wetter.
Look how the
Rachel looks around at the various water features and tools on the splash pad, assessing her options. You may have all these tools at your disposal, but I have quick thinking and sneaky skills. I'll get you before you know what hit you. Rachel chuckles, enjoying the playful banter between you both. The anticipation of the impending water war is building, each preparing to make the first move. Alright then, if we're both sneaky and quick thinkers, it's game on. Let the water battle begin.
mini buckets, waiting for Rachel to come looking for me.
Rachel sees you disappear into the water fort and assumes you're hiding behind one of the mini buckets. She slowly approaches the fort, her eyes darting around trying to spot you. Where did you go? I know you're in here somewhere, you sneaky little water warrior.
Yeah.
Rachel squeals with surprise as one of the buckets tips over, splashing water all over her front. She lets out a gasp and laughs. Hey, I didn't expect that sneak attack with the buckets. You won that round, sneaky warrior. Rachel grins, impressed by your strategic thinking. Well, you got me. I had no idea you were up in the water fort. You're a better hider than I thought. But don't get too comfortable. I will find you and get my revenge.
How are you going to do that?
Rachel grins mischievously, formulating a plan in her head. She steps closer, her eyes scanning the fort for any sign of you. I have my ways. Let's just say I have a few tricks up my sleeve, and I'm not afraid to get a little wet and wild.
Let's see what you got.
Rachel smirks, her competitive spirit rising to the challenge. Oh, you better believe I've got some tricks up my sleeve. Just wait and see how soaked you'll get from my water-filled schemes.
This a shower string. I go to the string, go to the hose, put my hand on the string, and wait for Rachel to find me.
Rachel continues to search the water fort, her eyes darting around for any sign of you. Finally, she spots you standing next to the shower string with your hand on the valve. Aha, I found you. You thought you could trick me, but I saw your little plan a mile away.
You going to do? My hand is already on the string. One tug and you're done for.
Rachel smirks, not fazed by your confidence. Oh, is that so? You've got your hand on the string, huh? Well, I've got something up my sleeve too. But before you pull that string, you might want to ask yourself, are you prepared to get completely soaked?
Give the Too late.
Rachel's mouth drops open as you tug the string, unleashing a torrent of water from the shower hose above. She squeals with a mix of surprise and laughter as the water cascades over her. Oh my goodness, you really did it. Now I'm completely soaked.
Giant villain bloat. I wouldn't have had the time to get to you.
Rachel laughs, her wet hair sticking to her face. Despite the unexpected soaking, she's still in good spirits. Haha, you're right. I guess I got a little carried away with the villainous gloating, huh? I didn't think you could act so fast. Alright, you got me good this time. Kudos to you, my sneaky friend.
You noticed.
Rachel nods, still laughing despite being drenched. She shakes her head, droplets of water flying everywhere. You're right, I should have paid more attention. I was too focused on finding you that I didn't even realize you were next to that shower string. You're a master of deception. I'll give you that.
So far, I am winning 2-0. You need to up. Wait, no. 3-0. You need to up your game before you become a soggy Susan.
Rachel grins, her competitive spirit refusing to let her lose. She pushes back her wet hair and looks at you with a determined expression. Oh, you think you're the big winner, huh? Well, let me tell you, I'm not about to become a soggy Susan. I still have some tricks up my sleeve, and I'm ready for a comeback. Just you wait, the score will change soon.
These tubes and hoses are on my side.
Rachel smirks, trying to hide her growing annoyance at your winning streak. She looks around at the various water features on the splash pad, realizing that you indeed have an advantage. Alright, I'll give it to you. These tubes and hoses do seem to be on your side. But I'm not going down without a fight. You better watch your back, because I will find a way to even the score. Rachel watches you run off, her eyes narrowed with determination. She pushes her soaked hair out of her face and begins to strategize. You better watch out, I'm not giving up just yet. I have a few tricks up my sleeve, and I'm not going to let you win so easily.
Attached to the fort. I grab them and wait for Rachel to find me.
Rachel continues to look around the water fort, her eyes darting between each possible hiding spot. She knows you have to be somewhere, and she's starting to get frustrated at your successful hiding spots. Where are you? You can't hide from me forever. I know you're around here somewhere.
So where is this going?
She continues to search, her steps becoming more wary and observant, trying to anticipate your next move.
When Rachel finds me, I quickly turn around, holding the two hoses like a cowboy on a standoff. Why, hey there. Say hello to my two new friends.
Rachel's eyes widen as she spots you holding the two hoses. She comes to a halt, a mix of surprise and wariness on her face. She raises her hands in mock surrender, playing along with your little standoff. Well, look at you with your new friends. I see you've armed yourself. This game just got a little more interesting.
This water park ain't big enough for you, Missy. I say as the hoses blast her.
Rachel gasps as the water from the hoses blasts her, instantly soaking her again. Despite the shock, she can't help but laugh at your silly cowboy voice and the unexpected spray of water. She puts on a faux southern accent and responds, trying to sound both indignant and amused. Well now, partner, I didn't realize I'd stumbled into the wild west of water parks. This little lady ain't going down without a fight.
Guy has 4-0. You need to something before you waste in the wet.
Rachel narrows her eyes, the challenge only motivating her further. She tries to hide her slight irritation at being so thoroughly soaked and the disadvantage she's currently in. Oh, really? You think you've got it all figured out, huh? You might have had the upper hand so far, but I'm not going down without a fight. Just you wait and see. Your winning streak won't last much longer.
You haven't blasted me once.
Rachel scowls, knowing she has to admit that you're indeed right. She hasn't been able to get a proper hit on you yet, but she's not about to give up. Fine, you caught me. I haven't managed to hit you with a single blast yet, but believe me, I'm about to change that. You better watch your back, because I'm not afraid to get a little wet and reckless.
I have hit the jackpot.
Rachel follows your gaze to the valve hose on the side of the fort. Her eyes widen in surprise and a flicker of worry crosses her face. She knows that if you get control of that valve, you'll have a powerful weapon at your disposal. Oh no, you don't! You stay away from that valve hose.
One step closer and you get a wet. Wait, no, you get one.
Rachel stops in her tracks, a mix of disbelief and annoyance on her face. She crosses her arms and gives you a defiant look. You think you have the upper hand now, huh? Well, you might have that valve in your grip, but I'm not scared of getting a little wet. Bring it on.
A lot.
Rachel rolls her eyes at your comment, but a small smile tugs at the corner of her mouth. Ha, is that a challenge? You think you can soak me more than I've already been? Bring it on, I'm not afraid to get completely drenched.
Last chance.
Rachel watches you turn the valve, her heart racing a bit from anticipation. She takes a deep breath, trying to gather her courage. Last chance, huh? You've got me cornered, but I'm not about to back down now. Bring that water on, I'm ready for it.
Look at that. 5-0 me.
Rachel squeals as the water blasts her face, completely dousing her once again. Her hair sticks to her face, and she shakes her head to try and get rid of the excess water. Whoa! Okay, you got me good with that one. 5-0? You're definitely the champion of this water battle. I'll give you that. I yield.
You gotta be fast when it comes to water parks. You never... The first person to grab the weapons always win.
Rachel laughs, finally accepting her defeat. She can't deny that you've won fair and square, and she appreciates your cleverness. You're right, you deserve your victory. You were quick to grab those weapons and use them to your advantage. I have to admit, you've proven yourself to be quite an adversary in the water warfare. Well played. Rachel looks down at herself, realizing she's completely drenched again. She can feel the water weighing down her hair and swimsuit, making her clothes stick to her skin. She looks at you, also equally wet from the water battle, and can't help but chuckle. Oh my goodness, look at us. We're both just completely soaked through. We look like we've been swimming in a pool instead of fighting on a splash pad.
Escape down one of the slides.
Rachel follows your lead, escaping through one of the slides after you. She laughs as she lands in the pool on the other side, her body making a small splash. Phew, that was quite the water battle. Glad we finally got out of that fort. I don't think I could handle getting any more soaked than I already am.
You ready to go dry off?
Rachel nods, still laughing at the sheer amount of water all over both of them. She pushes back her wet hair from her face and smiles. Haha, yeah, we're definitely in need of some drying off. Lead the way. I'm ready to get out of these wet clothes and into something dry.
Let's hit the showers. We need to get all this chlorine off of us first.
Rachel nods in agreement, her wet swimsuit sticking to her skin. She shivers slightly as a breeze passes over them, raising goosebumps on her arms. You're absolutely right. We need to hit the showers and rinse off all this chlorine from the water. This feels so slimy on my skin, I can't wait to clean
I'm
up.
probably gonna end the video once the water park thing is done. Yeah, because why would we share?
Rachel heads towards the women's showers, her wet clothes sticking uncomfortably to her body as she walks. She grabs a fresh towel from the rack and steps into one of the shower stalls. She turns on the water, relishing the feeling of hot water cascading down her body, washing away the chlorine and leaving her skin feeling refreshed. Rachel finishes showering a few minutes later. She shuts off the water, drying off with the towel before stepping back into her dry clothes. She smooths out any wrinkles and takes a deep breath, feeling refreshed and free from the chlorine. She steps out of the shower, scanning the area and spotting you waiting.
To head out.
Rachel smiles, feeling much more comfortable now that she's clean and dry. She gathers her wet swimsuit and towel, folding them into her bag. Yeah, I'm all set now. Thanks for waiting. I feel much better now that I'm clean and dry. Let's head out of here.
Head out of the pot of water and make our way.
Rachel walks alongside you, the dampness of her hair replaced by a cool, dry breeze as they leave the water park. She glances at you, a small smile on her lips. That was quite the adventure, huh? I wasn't expecting to get soaked like that, but it was a lot of fun. Thanks for keeping me on my toes.
Fun. The slides, the lazy river, the wave pool, not pool, splash.
Rachel nods, a happy smile on her face as she reflects on the day's events. Absolutely, it was an unforgettable day. The slides were exciting, the lazy river was relaxing, the wave pool was thrilling, and the splash pads were, well, let's just say you had me soaked. Huh.
I did. You were too slow for me.
Rachel grins, admitting the truth in your words. Ha, yeah, I'll give you that. You were just too quick for me, grabbing all those water weapons before I could even react. I guess I'll have to work on my speed if I want to keep up with you next time. Rachel laughs, accepting the fact that she was outplayed today. You're right, I definitely do. I've got to up my splash park game if I want to stand a chance against you next time. Any tips you want to share, Water Warrior?
Here are a few tips. 1. Know where your weapons are. 2. Be quick. 3. If your opponent is hiding, be extra alert.
Rachel listens intently, nodding as she absorbs your tips for improving her water park combat skills. Got it, good advice. 1. I need to be aware of where the available water weapons are. 2. Speed is key, so I have to act quickly. 3. If my opponent is hiding, I have to be extra vigilant. Thanks for the pointers.
You will beat me.
Rachel grins, feeling more confident after your tips. Hopefully, I'll definitely keep those in mind next time we have a water battle. I won't be going down without a fight again, that's for sure. You better watch out, I'm coming for you next time.
Head for home, I guess.
Rachel follows you, her backpack hanging on her shoulders and a small bounce in her step. As they walk side by side, the sun slowly beginning to dip lower in the skyline, she looks at you with a smile. Today was a lot of fun. I haven't been to a water park in ages. It brought back some childhood memories.
Since that's the end of the water park thing, I'm going to end the video here and maybe finish up with the water park ending and move on to the next thing in the next video. See ya!